What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in the news, man. Canelo Alvarez is willing to accept the fight under a condition or whatever. Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I've been adamant about not wanting this fight. I'm gonna get into the articles and because there's a few fighters that even back up what I said. But I listen. I don't want this fight. They have weight classes for a reason, and I don't think this is a good idea. And then you got it's not a good idea on all parties because it's like, bro, Canelo, why are you? I mean, bro, why are you fighting somebody 2 weight classes below you? Terence Crawford, you have no, and I will, to Canelo's credit, he did dismiss this fight on numerous occasions. So, but it's nothing. Canelo gets nothing out of it, out of this fight to me. Except for his fanboys, and that's another reason why I don't want this fight to happen, because you got Canelo fanboys who's gonna try to give Canelo credit no matter what Canelo does. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna be real enough to say, well, bro, come on, man. Like you fighting guys that are 2 weight classes below you. Everybody gets a fight except for the one person that we really want you to fight. And it's like, bro, you got, and then you have these dummies on here. These are the dumbest ones. You have these dummies. Well, Canelo started off at 135 pounds as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me show you how much sense that makes. Why don't Canelo just go ahead and fight Usyk? Because Usyk was like at 168 pounds before. When he was in the amateurs, probably like 15, 16 years old. Usyk was weighing 168 pounds. So why don't Canelo just go ahead and move up to 2 weight classes or 3 weight classes and go ahead and fight Usyk? Go ahead and do that, because Usyk was once upon a time weighing 168 pounds, like when he was like in his teens. So yeah, just go ahead and do that, because Canelo fought at 135 pounds when he was like freaking 16 years old. So just go ahead and do that for you guys that want to sit here and bring up that dumbass point of view. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to I don't care to make that fight happen. It's a fight that doesn't need to be made happen. You know what I'm saying? Then I just don't got time for it. Then you got guys, you're gonna have guys like Ego talking about, oh, Ego Stradamus strikes again. Even though the whole world is saying Terence Crawford will not beat Canelo Alvarez, I guarantee you're gonna have Ego saying, oh, Ego Stradamus strikes again. I told you guys that Canelo Alvarez, like, as if everybody else hadn't been saying that either. So it's like, bro, I just like, come on, bro. Like, it's just a fight that does not need to be made. But let me go ahead and get into the article, and then I, further, drop my opinion. Or I just gave you my opinion, but I'll further elaborate on it, why the fight should not be made. So I'm gonna read 3 different articles today, but shout out to Round by Round boxing.com. It says Canelo declares, I'm in for the Terence Crawford fight, but names his only condition. Saul Canelo Alvarez has confirmed that he will go ahead with a super fight against Terence Crawford, but has given one condition. It has been a roller coaster, a period of negotiations between the pound for pound stars, with the Mexican appearing quite apprehensive and accepting a showdown initially. However, the unified super middleweight champion has all but confirmed he is ready to go ahead and sign for the fight against the 2-weight undisputed champion, setting up what could be the biggest fight in the sports throughout the recent years. Speaking of Sway's universe, Canelo talks down Crawford's chances of beating him, claiming if the money is right, he's in. I'm in, why not? Don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter, but for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight, easy money. If the money is right, I'm in, because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he moves a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw in his last fight he didn't move that much now. So if he wants to, that's crazy. And that itself, like, he's not moving now, so I'll fight him. AKA, when they move, it makes it hard for me, but when they sit still in front of me, it makes it an easier fight. So if the money's in, I'm in right now. There are weight classes for a reason. Turki Al-Sheikh expressed his desire on more than one occasion to get a fight between the pair over the line. Both fighters are expected to return to the ring the first half of the year, which could mean that their showdown will more than likely take place during Mexican bank holiday Cinco de Mayo. Negotiations between the camp of both fighters continue as news on this potential dream fight is expected to land very soon. All right. So then I'm gonna also read you what Sergey Kovalev had to say. Now, granted, I don't like Sergey Kovalev at all. Like, I don't like nothing about this dude. I don't. But this is what he had to say. Shout out to SecondsOut.com. It says Sergey Kovalev didn't hesitate when asked if Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. I'm not gonna even read the whole article. I don't like this dude, but I'm gonna read you what he had to say. Terence Crawford, great fighter, huge respect to him. I think he's the best pound for pound fighter. But if he will move up, he can beat Canelo. But I don't know how he will be comfortable in this division. What division are they gonna fight? Super middleweight? It's too big. He will be slower, because he will be bigger. For a fight, every boxer should be losing weight for speed, lightness, movement. It's no good for Crawford, but I know and I see that he can get the win. Canelo will keep his hands up and walk him down. Crawford is very smart, but nobody knows how he will feel at super middleweight. It's too much weight. I did fight at 200 pounds. I wasn't light heavyweight. I was slow. It's not comfortable, and I think Crawford will be the same, heavier. If he will be in shape, he will beat Canelo. So basically, he said what I've stated in a other video before. When people don't realize, like, bro, they say like, oh, well, that's his walk around weight, bro. It's a reason why people don't fight at their walk around weight. But I don't expect you guys to understand that because you guys are not fighters. A lot of you guys are not fighters, but fighters understand what I'm talking about. When you're fighting, you're walking around at 200. The only person that was able to compete at his walking around weight was guy like Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. But those days are over. But that Floyd Mayweather was because he was a naturally small guy, but Terence Crawford naturally walks around at 170, something like that, somewhere around there, right? But the thing about it is when you carry all that weight, bro, like say for example when he's at 147 or 154, he's in shape to go 12 rounds. His body is conditioned for that at that weight. But adding an extra extra 20 pounds, right? Just go put on a 20-pound weight vest and then try to run your average, run your normal, like let's say if you run 5 miles a day, go put on a 20-pound weight vest and then try to run that same 5 miles at the same pace and see how long does it take you. Like, bro, it's a reason why people don't fight at their walk around weight. I keep telling people that, but a lot of people don't understand that. And then finally, I wanted to read this. This is shout out to Boxing News. This is Andre. He says Terence Crawford is no match for Canelo, right? Demetrius Andre thinks Canelo Alvarez is too big, strong, and technical for Terence Crawford to move up to super middleweight and challenge him for the 3 titles he's pushing for. The former 2-division world champion Andre feels it's too much size for the 37-year-old Crawford, who has the record of 41-0 with 31 knockouts, to move up 2 weight classes from 154 to have a chance of defeating the WBA, WBC, and WBO 168-pound champion Canelo Alvarez. The Nebraska native Crawford is campaigning to move up to 168 pounds to fight Canelo with any experience at the weight class first. He just wants the world title shot without proving himself first by beating a top fighter. My bad. It just like skipped on me. Oh, okay. It said he wants the world title shot. Give it to him without proving himself by first beating a top contender waiting in line like David Morrell. Y'all skip the background. David Morrell, David Benavidez, Christian Mabili, and Diego Pacheco. There wouldn't be a problem if Terence Crawford was willing to earn these title shots by beating those 4 fighters standing in front of him, but he doesn't want to do that. I'm not finna get all into that because that's not even what Andre is saying. This is what the article was saying. But anyways, it says Canelo's advantages, yeah, I believe so. I love Crawford. He's a good friend. We reach out to each other. But when it comes to weight and power, that issue's real, said Demetrius Andre to Fight Hub TV. When asked if Canelo is too big for Crawford, skills too. Canelo is not a pushover. Look what he did to the little girl. He had to get on my boy Jamel like that. He said, look what he did to the little girl, Jamel Charlo. Charlo was the big bad wolf, and he ran the whole night, a couple of hooks. Canelo threw a couple of hooks, and then just ran all night. Where's that intensity and bravery? Let's fight. I think Crawford has the skills, but when it comes to getting shots and blocking them power shots, and Canelo knows how to move, he has agility. He's not like a robot. It's going to be tough. My opinion is my opinion. I don't think Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. So, I mean, and it's just a fact, man. It says Crawford is just too small, you know. So I'm not gonna get into the whole article. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my opinion on it, man. But that's why, you know, I just feel like this is not a good choice or a good move for Crawford. So listen, man, look, I love Terence Crawford to death. I really do. It's no disrespect to Terence Crawford, but it's like at the same time, bro, it's just if both of them were naturally at 154, right? If both of them were natural 154 pounders and they were fighting, I would pick Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez due to Terence Crawford just has so many tools in his arsenal. He can do it all. He can brawl, he can box, he can be slick. You know, he can fight southpaw, he can fight orthodox. He can do everything, right? I would give it to Terence Crawford in that matter. But the facts are the facts, man. They're not at the same weight classes. Canelo Alvarez is too big for Terence Crawford. And the thing about it is, Canelo Alvarez is going to hit Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just gonna happen. I don't care how good of a boxer you are, you cannot avoid being hit for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. And what's gonna happen when Canelo hits Terence Crawford flush? Terence Crawford is going to get hurt, bro. Like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm not bashing Bud because I love Bud, bro, but it's just it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?